Ah, okay. All right. So, all right, so it says it's streaming, but then it said it wasn't. But that's okay. We'll get going now. Welcome to Think and Grow Rich, Chapter 8, which is on decision. It's an interesting chapter because we're going to cover things such as decision making, being prompt with making a decision. Why it's so important, and we use Henry Ford as an example as somebody who made decisions quickly and took a while to unmake those decisions. He covers how newspapers, friends, family, things such as gossip, how all of those things are a negative to you or can be a negative to you and achieving your goals. Um, he talks about the freedom of decision, and he goes through the Declaration of Independence. And I know Gregory didn't quite like that, being the only American amongst us, because he studied that in depth. That covers eternal laws of nature versus looking for a miracle. And then he has a really nice hard go at our schooling system, and he blames indecision is bred into our youth at the schooling within the schooling system, and then after the schooling system, it carries on throughout life. So he blames our schooling system for a lot of the indecision of the world. So we'll get going. Firstly, fact, he says, accurate analysis of over 25,000 men and women who have experienced failure disclose the lack of decision caused such failure. Right? So now procrastination is the opposite of decision. And it's a common enemy which practically every man must conquer. So I suppose let's start. How do you guys handle procrastination? I'll start with Gregory because he's always such a gentleman that he never he doesn't like to interrupt, and he misses out a lot of what he wants to say. So I'm going to keep injecting him in because he's got a lot to say. So Gregory.
I think when it comes to big decisions, the important decisions in life, it's like you said, that he mentions the school system. It would be nice in the school system if they find out what a child's name, what they really um, enjoy most in life, what they seem to be wanting to go for, and encourage that in them, not try to instill things or take things away from them. Because if you know what you want in life, your main goal, then the big decisions that relate to that or affect that, they come much easier. You're able to make decisions easier. If your vision is clear, then it's easier to make decisions because you know where you're going and what you're after. If you don't know that, if you don't have any idea where you're going or what you're wanting to accomplish, then decisions can be hard. But if you know what you want, you can make decisions quickly and easily because they either take you toward your goal or they don't take you toward your goal. As far as procrastination, I think that's a big part of it too. I think if you know what you want to do and where you're going, then you're not. I think procrastination is something that's always going to happen to an extent. But if you know where you're going and what you want, it's easier to get past the procrastination because you always want to be doing what you want to do. But if you're undecided, it's easy to procrastinate, especially if you're undecided or you think maybe you want to do this, but that's not really what you want to do. You're trying to make yourself do something. If you don't really want to do it, you're going to find 101 different reasons not to do it. You're going to procrastinate and never accomplish anything. So I think knowing what you want and having that clear vision eliminates a lot of the procrastination and makes your decisions easier.
Great. Thank you. Very good. Anyone else want to add to what Gregory had to offer?
I do have some interesting information to add. I recently read a study, I believe it was in the last year, it was reporting on a psychological study on decisive decision makers versus people that took a little bit more time to come to their decision. Now, here's what it found. decisive decision makers were on average no more likely to be correct in their decision than our indecisive decision makers were. Now, there's two things we can learn from that, which is that someone that's is confident and says yes quickly isn't necessarily more likely to be correct, but we also know that taking time and wondering, is it right, isn't it right, that actually doesn't increase your chances of being correct at all. So all that really tells us is that indecision just wastes time. It doesn't actually improve your odds of making the right decision at all. So, I mean, the truth is you got to move forward, act quickly, decide quickly, like Napoleon Hill says.